Hello and welcome back on a Draft League battle video, and today I'll be showing the quarterfinals against MrCarbonite and his Surrey Sharks. He took over the team for Humble Hunter and he decided to keep his name, so that's why a different coach is coaching for the same team. I'll pull up his team really quickly. His team consists of Tapu Koko, aka Tapu Broko, because it's extremely powerful, easily the best one in Draft League format. He has a Halucha to pair with that. He has Kurum, Lucario, Regirock, regular Audino, Mega Sharpedo, Skarmory, Dugtrio, Gourgeist, and Magmortar. Very scary team. Has Arena Trap, has a Skarmory that's always very annoying to deal with. He has Setup Lucario, Walls in Audino, Regirock, and Gourgeist. I don't really know why he has a Magmortar, but he has a Magmortar. And he has Kokorucha, which is always extremely hard to deal with. And I was very pressured for time building and playing this game. I had like 3 days to play, which I prefer to take like the first 3 days to prep for each match, and I had to prep for each match on like Monday or Sunday before the week. So I was pretty busy. So my prep isn't as good as it usually is, and my play definitely wasn't that well. Well, I think I played better than I prepped this week, but my prep wasn't that good, to be completely honest. But I'll go right into this prep. I have a Choice Scarf for Bombi with Sticky Web, Moonblast, Trick, and Nature Power. I should outspeed a Max Speed Scarf Duck Trio and a Max Speed Duck Trio after I trick away my Scarf. Max Special Attack and Max and bit rest in HP. Moonblast pretty much destroys everything except for Skarmory, and Nature Power and Electric Terrain pretty much OHKOs that thing, so that's very nice. You can also trick his bulkier monsters like Audino, Gourgeist, and the Regirock. And Sticky Webs help a lot against his team. Next up I have the Jellicent with the Wakam Berry, Cursed Body, Taunt, Recover, Shadowball, Toxicity. This is mainly my stall breaker, and I can do something against Coco. I can stay in against Coco if I really want to. Shadowball, this set doesn't hit Audino, but I can pretty much stall break Audino, so that shouldn't be the biggest problem. This thing can deal with Dougie, this thing can deal with Halucha to a certain extent, this thing can deal with the Magmortar, well, barring it's very offensive with Thunderbolt or like Belly Drum Thunder Punch. I think it gets both of those moves. But this is just a very nice one to have. What else does it deal with? Pull up his team again. It helps with the Lucario, barring Dark Pulse / I think it gets Crunch. I don't think it's knockoff. Helps with the Regirock. Helps with the Skarmory, because I scrapped a pretty much no speed Skarmory, which is why I have this much speed, and I don't deal with the Sharpedo well, but I can deal with a vast majority of my opponent's team, except for like Coco. This thing is also my Kurum switch in, guaranteed. If he decides to bring that, then I have Blaziken with Sugar Berry for the Duck Trio, Agility, High Junkie, Earthquake, and Flare Blitz. This thing pretty much destroys his team. It OHKOs nearly everything except for like the Regirock. I don't want to KO. I don't want to KO the Skarmory, and I don't want to KO the Magmortar. But I can wear those down, and then this thing can put in a lot of work. I don't know exactly what I prepped for, but maybe like a Scarf Coco or Scarf Ducky. I prepped this thing for. I have Mega Aeron with Roar, Stealth Rock, Counter, and a Heavy Slam. Enough speed to outspeed. I probably outspeed. Maybe like some like Gourgeist. Maybe like this Gourgeist super. I probably outspeed like min speed Gourgeist, like the slow Gourgeist. That makes sense. This thing can roar out the Halucha, if it decides to become a threat, I can counter it as well, so it's like a 50-50. And then I have Stealth Rocks, well, for Stealth Rocks, and Heavy Slam for general damage, because in the first game I had Earthquake as my only offensive move, but I decided to go with Heavy Slam because that's way more reliable. Can also hit the Skarmory, can hit the Halucha, which is very nice. Then I have Electivire with Shed Shell, Earthquake, Cross Up, Thunder Punch, Flamethrower, Motor Drive. This is my semi-Coco switch in. It still doesn't do it very well because Coco is Broco. Enough speed to outspeed Dougie after it is after the weapons drop or a motor drive speed boost. Max special defense to take hits from Coco, semi okay. Max attack, well, I don't know exactly what this attack is for, but I had a reason to have. I think this attack to kills Coco always with Earthquake. I'm not quite sure what the attack is for. The Flamethrower is for the Skarmory because its def is way worse than its physical defense. Cross Chop is for the Autono, the Regirock, the Mega Sharpedo, and the Curum. Thunder Punch for Stab, and Earthquake pretty much for the main Mortar and the Coco. That's Electivire, and then it's my Sweeper. If Blaziken can't sweep, this thing is mainly my sweeper with Psychium, so you left it. Command, Substitute, Roost, and Psychic. I am very fast at outspeeding the Mega Sharpedo if it doesn't have a speed boost, and I can sub on the first turn. Well, wait. If he brings Mega Sharpedo, which I don't expect whatsoever, I can't hit that, but I have other ways to deal with it. That I have this. I have Mega Aggron that can switch in on it if it is Mega Evolved yet, and this thing can deal with it to a certain extent. And this thing also always revenge kills that at +1 speed. And that is the team I went into this battle with. There we go. And let's just start. I decided to Jellicent was pretty much my you can see this theme he brought on the layout for the entire video up to this point. Jellicent was pretty much my dedicated lead. Just if he let some like Skarmory to get rocks, I could taunt it because I probably outspeed it, because well, who would put that much speed into Skarmory? If he let the Gorgeist, I could Shadow Ball that or taunt it depending on what I want to do. Dougie I could threaten out, and Coco I have the Wakamberry for, and I don't expect to go for the Thunder type, for an electric type move. And I don't think he would, because I do have an Electivire, and that thing at +1 speed is a huge threat to his team. So I don't think he would do that. So I just stayed in here. As he goes for a U-turn, I just go for the Shadow Ball as he frisks my Wakamberry, and I just taunt the Gorgeist here as a leech, which it can do, and then it reveals Energy Ball, which really surprises me, because if you look at Gorgeist stats, its Gorgeist attack is like pretty high, and the special attack is 58. Gorgeist has 58 special attack and like 100 attack, which is weird to see a special attacking variant. If it's super form, it has 100 attack. Is it super? I don't know if it's Gorgeist super. So its attack is pretty much double with special attack, but it's still a special Gorgeist, which really surprised me. So now my Aggron is severely weakened as he goes into the Skarmory and on my Heavy Slam, which doesn't do much. Here I should have switched out instead of going for rocks. Rocks don't really hurt his team. I don't know why I went for rocks. Like Sash Dougie, not the biggest threat to my team. Anything else says doesn't make any sense. I shouldn't have allowed this Carmi to get it more spikes than it did. He just set up 2 spikes. I should never have gotten up rocks there. Didn't make any sense. I do go for the flamethrower as he frisks my set shell. Frisk is a very annoying ability, and I do get the same roll twice. I do get burned, but that doesn't matter as he will-o-wisps me. Pretty much nerfing any move I have except for flamethrower. As he goes into the duck trio right here, I didn't expect him to click earthquake because he did know I was set shell because of the frisk. So I was debating whether I would switch out or stay in. I did decide to switch out, which turned out to be the wrong play. I should have just stayed in. As he goes for the Shadow Claw, gotten off like flamethrower damage, which is very nice as I can just. But I just decided to recover up on the duck trio. As he goes into Coco, I know I can live any hit, but I still go into my Electivire in case he decides to go for an electric type move there. He goes for the Grass Knot. Grass Knot probably didn't do it kill my Jellicent. I haven't done that calc. I'll do that calc if Jellicent, Pringles, Tapu Koko, Grass Knot does about it does 43 to 51% if it's set from the calc. If it's modest, I'd never calc damage. If it's modest, it does pretty much 2 KO. But Grass Knot was definitely his best play. I go into Blaziken here, expecting him to think I was Scarf, so I would outspeed him, going for an Earthquake, but that I was already on the back foot because my prep wasn't that good. I should have maybe even gone into the Rebombi, set up webs because that would have been very nice. But I decided to go into my Blaziken and agility here, which is also a misplay. I should have just flared this here and then flared it again because that would have taken out the Skarmory, and as you will see that I definitely regret doing it because now my Blaziken is pretty much well, it is dead, and here I expect to outspeed it, but I don't outspeed it as I go for a Shadow Ball. I shouldn't have gone into Jellicent, which is where you can see like my rushed plays. I didn't really think about it. Here I am in Calm Mind War, and I appear to not be physically defensive enough. I should have really put in way more investment in physical defense. Here it's just like Star War. I'll just skip through that really quickly. And here I decided to go for Psychic. I don't know why I went for Psychic. Even during the game I thought I went for Roost, but I went for Psychic, which doesn't matter that much. It just changes some things because it does about 40%. Brave Bird does 36 or something to 40%. Its max roll was like 44%, and Shadow Claw from Duck Trio does like 55%. Even though that's the min roll, I could stall until I get until it gets like a low roll, and then I can have a good chance to survive a Shadow Claw from the Duck Trio, but now I don't. So Duck Trio, otherwise I could have killed Duck Trio, which is unfortunate, but oh well. And here he reveals the final gambit on my Aggron. I again should have not gone into Aggron. I should have gone into Rebombi, but I didn't, and like I already thought I lost. I should have still gone into Rebombi. I had a chance if I went into Rebombi, but oh well. Sorry for that, I just got interrupted, but what was I saying? I should have never gone into the egg roll on the Duck Trio. I should have gone into Rebombi. I should have gone into Rebombi many times because Rebombi did so well, but I never actually brought it in, which was just dumb to not do. I should have brought Rebombi in many times. I don't know if his Lucario had Bullet Punch, but even if it didn't, I think it gets Bullet Punch. But even if it didn't, it still does like 80% or something, like 60% to the Lucario with Moondust. So that's still very good, and webs would have been very nice to have. As I go into the Jellicent, goes for the Thunderbolt. my vocabulary makes me live that. I do get paralyzed, but he gets disabled. Here I start to suspect that he is a choice scarfed. Coco, it was kind of obvious because he switched out on the Blaziken afterward was, I think, locked into Grass Knot, where it could have just gone for a Thunderbolt and pretty much destroy me. And he could have just killed me with a Grass Knot, but it was cursed, bodied. Well, he wasn't bodied, but it was cursed, bodied, I guess. And he, as I just recover, he goes for a sword set on Yahalucha as I toxicate. I couldn't have done much. I pretty much lost here, but I get another quest body, which doesn't end up mattering. I just get the kill on Yahalucha with Rubombi, and then I pray he's not scarfed up Coco, because if he's not scarfed up Coco, I could outspeed it here, kill it, and pray for a crit on the Lucario. I don't know if I kill the Lucario. Rubombi. Lucario is pretty weak. If I get a crit on Moonblast, a crit on Moonblast is like a 37% chance to KO. If I have rocks up, it's more than 50% chance to kill on a crit. So there was a chance for me to win this if this thing Coco wasn't scarfed, but of course it's scarfed, and there I lose my quarterfinals game against MrCarbonite. I wish I could have had better prep, but I honestly couldn't afford putting more time into prep than I did, and I will hopefully come back next season better than I did this season. Let me pull up the doc. I'm still recording audio. Good. I'll pull up my team, and what I'll do like a post-season thing. That. This should do. Okay. I'll just go over every single mon on my team and what I thought, my thoughts on that mon, and then like on my team in general over this season. Hoopa Unbound was my very first pick this season. I didn't know what to expect from Hoopa Unbound, but at the same time I did expect a lot from Hoopa Unbound. It's a very strong wall breaker, but it only got 6 skills, which is very underwhelming for a Hoopa Unbound. I don't think, like, my team didn't support Hoopa Unbound at all. Like, that's completely on me. Hoopa Unbound, like, wall breakers, they want to have like volt turn you can volt turn into them, like very strong volt turners that are force people to switch into their walls, and then you can go into Hoopa Unbound and then you can wall break them. But the original team I had was like Delmise and Mantine over Serena and Jellicent, and Ember over Blaziken, giving me a total of 2 momentum mons, I think. Donphan doesn't get momentum, Ember doesn't get momentum, Licky doesn't, Latias doesn't, Mega Aggron doesn't, this thing gets Volt Switch, Mantine and Delmise don't, Rubombi gets U-turn and Baton Pass, Nihilego doesn't get momentum, and then there's Hoopa Unbound, which even if it did get momentum, it wouldn't be able to help with that. So my team didn't support Hoopa Unbound well at all, which I completely take the blame for. I should have drafted a better team. In general, I don't like my team. Well, I'll get into that later, but I don't like my team, how it turned out. Next up, I'll go over Nihilego. I absolutely love Nihilego on this team. As you can see, KD ratio 11 kills, 5 deaths. It won 83% of the games it did come. and it got 1.8 kills per game, which is amazing. I love using Lego. It's a great one, speed boosting, choice scarfed, leading with hazards, suicide, lead. What else did I bring? Like Z move boosting, like Z Thunder for Celesteela, Z Psychic for Nido Queen. Monsters usually wall near Lego. You can easily deal with Z moves, which near Lego gets access to a lot of Z moves that can really help it break its answers, which I really like. Lego is just a good mod. I definitely consider drafting Lego again in the future. Same with Hoop Unbound, but when I draft Hoop Unbound, it might be like in like 4 or 5 seasons before I do that again, because I don't want to, like, I haven't had the best experience with it up to this point. I just need to draft a good team around Hoop Unbound, which I wasn't able to do. Then I have Lego. I talked about that. Then Rubombi. Rubombi is a mod I really like using. I like prepping with Rubombi, but it just didn't work with this team. Like this team just didn't make some of my offensive presence wasn't able to do anything because my team was pretty bad. Like Rubombi down, it's like pretty awful in my opinion. This thing didn't got 1 kill over the entire season. It never was able to get off a Quiver Dance successfully. I brought Quiver Dance sets before multiple times, but it never actually did what it was supposed to do. But I'll draft it again, but it just didn't get the support it needs to actually do well. That in a other team I might have, so I'll draft Rubombi in the future, just not for a little while. Then Serena, I'm very happy with what Serena did. I like Serena, I've had it multiple times now. God damn it, bug. Stop annoying me. It's like flying around my lamp. Serena, very good spinner, very good U-turn, good bulky grass type. I like it a lot. Not much to say there. It's a pretty basic mon. It can be used offensive, can be used defensive. As I showed in my game against Charlie, it did very well offensively, with web support and hazard support as a choice scarf user. And then I have Jellicent. Pringles, I love Jellicent as a mon, but I don't know. It just didn't. Jellicent is one of the mons that did better with this. Like out of all the walls I have, Jellicent definitely did the best in my personal opinion. Even though I had Mega Aggron for way longer and I brought it every single week, I think Jellicent did way better as a wall. And then I have Electivire. Electivire is just not a good electric type. Like good electric types are very important in my opinion, which I now realize after having a not so good electric type. Electivire is just not fast enough. It can't wall things, it can't eat hits. Even with max special defense in my quarterfinals game, it still takes like 40% from a Dazzling Clean from Tapu Koko, which is like, and I couldn't run Assault Vest because of Dextrio, but that's just how the team was formed, which I can't do much about. But this is about Electivire in general on this team. I think Electivire isn't a bad pick necessarily, it just didn't work out because, again, this team is just pretty bad. That's an excuse why most of these mons did pretty bad. This is a team of like 11 individually great mons. Just together they don't form a team. They're just not a team, and they have like nearly no synergy. That's like a huge thing on this team that I lack, and that I learned that I need synergy to, like, even though I'm 7-4 and I did pretty well. One game I got hexed out of the win, and another game I got hexed, not necessarily out of the win, but out of a very good, maybe even very close game. My other loss was me playing horribly prepping horribly, and against Ben was again a very close game that I could have won if I played a bit differently. And then Mega Aggron. Mega Aggron is a good Mega. It just I don't know how to use it. I'm a bad Mega Aggron user. Because I don't lead off with my rock sellers most of the time, and Mega Aggron only really does well when you lead off with it, because then you can get a Mega Evolution going immediately, because regular Aggron is absolutely garbage and can't switch into anything, and Mega Aggron can switch into pretty much any physical hit no matter what it is. It pretty much takes it, except it's like a sheer force Flare Blitz from a Darmanitan. It can take pretty much any physical hit you want to throw at it. And then there's Ladia. Well, I'll finish Mega Aggron really quickly. I don't see myself drafting it ever again, but I liked trying it out, and now I know, like, even though it came every single time, it died 7 of the times. It just comes in, takes a hit, does nothing back and dies, sets up rocks maybe. Like, it gets up rocks, but you wasting your Mega on something that gets up rocks and just dies, which in my opinion just isn't worth it. Then there's Latias. I generally like Latias, but it didn't do much this season. There was like one game it did something, and the other games it did pretty much nothing. Latias can do a lot, but again, this team just didn't allow it to do much. Also having 2 psychic types, which I didn't realize during drafting, isn't the best thing to have. I'll really want to draft Latias again at some point in time, just on a better team. Then there's Licky, very good cleric, very passive mon. I don't like it at all. If it's not on a rain team, then it has some support with Cloud9 to counter other mons abusing your rain. I don't like Licky at all, or on any other weather team. Licky does pretty well, but I just don't like Licky in this team or in any team, mainly because it's so passive. It's literally, it's going to have Wish Protect and then 2 moves that don't do much damage. Like, it's pretty hard to deal with a team in 2 moves, like do much damage. I also only brought it like 4 games, and I wasn't very impressed with what Licky did in general. Generally, I lost 3 of the 4 games I brought Licky, which in my opinion, that's not something you would be happy to hear, I guess. I don't like Licky. Like, I like it as a mon, just not, don't like it using it competitively. And then I have Blaziken. Blaziken is definitely an improvement from Embor, in my opinion. Embor is just too slow, too wall breaky. I already have Hoop Unbound, I don't need another one. That also isn't gonna get used because I have no momentum. Blaziken at least gets agility, has a good scarf speed tier in my opinion, whereas Embor doesn't really. Like, Embor has a scarfable speed set, just not scarfable enough. Even though it gets flame charge, I wasn't able to put it into a position to be able to flame charge. He basically just hits extremely hard. I do regret not being able to, not drafting Blaziken immediately to make it like a C user over like Latias. Maybe that would be a pretty tough decision, to be honest. And then I have Donphan. Donphan is a very solid mon, very reliable mon, but it just, again, I love Donphan as a mon, except on this team, because this team is pretty bad, synergy wise. I've said it like 20 times already, this is a bad team. Pretty much any team I've drafted before is better than this team. This team is like 0 synergy at all. It just, at least it's better with the free agencies, because if you put Delmise, Mantine and Embor on this team, is absolutely god awful. But I improved the team a little bit, but if you have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mainly bulky mons, and then I like the virus offensive mon. Not really gonna do that much. Blaziken of offensive mon, also not gonna do that much. Sorry, I don't know if I count Serena or Bombi. I didn't count her Bombi, but I don't know if I count Serena. Those also aren't going to do that much offensive. Like I have 2 offensive threats and Larias. Like I guess I have 3 offensive threats, maybe 4 Blaziken, maybe 5 for Bombi, but like that's it. I don't have much versatility. I was forced to bring Mega Aggro most of the time. Even with this book, I still don't have an answer to a lot of things. This is just a bad team, and I'm definitely gonna try to draft a better team in season 3, which is coming up very soon, for me at least, not for YouTube yet, because I'm upload everything extremely late compared to when it actually happens. So first season was 10-1, I think. This season I'm 7-4. I hope my goal for next season is, I think, let's see, I'll try to go like 8-3. Like that's my goal for next. Even though I don't know my team, don't know my opponents yet, I'll go for like 7-3. Seems like a reasonable goal. But with that, I'll end off this video. I'll end off this video right here, and I hope I see you all in season 3. Bye.